El Salvador has natural and archaeological wonders, and above all, intangible marvels in its people, their customs, culture, traditions, and history. In honor of this history, we are incorporating a new offering as part of our tourist routes, one that this government wishes to make a legacy for this and future generations. The Monsignor Romero City Tour is a unique tourism opportunity in El Salvador. In honor of its recent history, Monsignor Romero was a Salvadoran priest and archbishop, whose ecclesiastic work for the poor and for justice has transcended borders and history, and even garnered him a nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. This tour moves through 3 municipalities that house the most emblematic sites of Monsignor Romero's work as a priest and archbishop leading up to his martyrdom. The Monsignor Romero Center and Museum of the Martyrs and the Central American University José Simeón Cañas, UCA, seeks to keep the memory of Monsignor Romero alive through theological and pastoral activities. The tour begins here at the Hall of the Martyrs. This exhibit includes personal artifacts belonging to Monsignor Oscar Arnulfo Romero. The Metropolitan Cathedral of the Divine Savior is home of the crypt containing Monsignor Romero's remains. This cathedral brings to mind Romero's spirituality and faith in God, and visitors may experience firsthand the love professed by the faithful, poor, sick, and all those who put his words into action. Museum of the Word and Image, MUPI. The Museum of the Word and Image is a citizen initiative for the recovery of Salvadoran historical memory and the reconstruction of local cultural identity. One of the exhibits offered by the museum is a series of photographs of Monsignor Romero that share his travels and his love of photography. The exhibit is entitled Romero, Boys and Gays. The Monsignor Romero Historical Center at the Divine Providence Hospital has been a destination for true pilgrims from around the world. This site contains the home where Monsignor Romero lived on the grounds of this hospital during his time as Archbishop of San Salvador. Romero's personal belongings have been kept intact, and as he left them, a series of new elements have since been added to illustrate his life and work, including photographs, his personal library, liturgical artifacts, and awards. The tour includes a visit to the hospital chapel, known around the world as the spot where Romero drew his last breath while celebrating a Mass on March 24, 1980. The Monsignor Romero City Tour may be extended to a 2-day itinerary for tourgoers to learn more about the history and places interwoven in Romero's priesthood and personal life. The National Anthropology Museum seeks to preserve, research, and promote a collection of objects created by the cultures that inhabited these lands, in order to conserve this legacy as cultural heritage for the current and future generations. The museum has 5 permanent exhibits in addition to a temporary hall on national history. One of the permanent exhibits is in the Hall of Religion, which includes a room dedicated to Monsignor Romero. This exhibit shows a chronological synopsis of Romero's life and work, framed in the social reality of the time. In the Las Delicias neighborhood of the city of Santa Tecla, the Chacon sisters opened their doors to share the Monsignor Romero sanctuary. The close friendship that this family maintained with Monsignor Romero now gives visitors the opportunity to get to know his personal side. This family space contains a series of documents, personal objects, and photographs which let visitors connect with Monsignor's personal facets. In addition to the vestments that Romero used as Archbishop and voice recordings that the family treasures along with the memory of their great friend. Paseo El Carmen is an excellent place to enjoy a walking tour among restored colonial-style homes. With a bohemian atmosphere, live music, street performers, and delicious traditional and international cuisine. The main icon of this site is the majestic El Carmen Church, built in the 18th century. The National Palace is located in historic downtown of San Salvador, and it was declared a national monument in 1974. The cathedral style combines neoclassical, neo-Gothic, and Renaissance architecture from classic French times. Just a few blocks from the National Palace lies the Rosary Church, one of the last churches built in San Salvador, using a modern architectural style enriched with European influences, making it unique in the region and continent. Also in downtown San Salvador, the historic Basilica of the Sacred Heart of Jesus also bears the mark of Monsignor Romero, as it was one of the temples in which he celebrated his masses. This tour can be taken across Monsignor Romero Boulevard, a modern highway christened in November 2012. Some 50,000 vehicles per day travel this highway, which stands out for its modern lining and construction in harmony with the environment. Serving over 1 million inhabitants of Antiguo Cuscatlán, San Salvador, Nueva San Salvador, and the entire western part of the country. The Monsignor Romero route and the newly named boulevard are homage to the life and work of this bishop and martyr, Monsignor Romero. Monsignor Romero's legacy is an opportunity for El Salvador to empower and promote religious tourism activities and conserve the unique historical identity of our people. Tourists and local visitors alike will be able to access a coordinated network of transportation, lodging, food, and other complimentary service providers who will work to make this tour through the life of Monsignor Romero a memorable experience to be treasured.